This video is going to be interesting. So in this video, we are going to use AI, the Claude Code in our terminal and perform a penetration test. For the first part, I'm going to teach you how you can install Claude in the terminal. Like you can just search for Claude terminal online. So you will be able to see the page of Anthropic. So yeah, claude.com. From here you have the option here for AI coding agent, and this is basically building for the developers, coders, and the hackers. Yes, that's what we are, right? So you can see the get Cloud Code option here. So this is the command that you can use in your terminal to add Cloud. So you can just paste that out, and once you install this, you will be able to prompt with something for the authorization. You have to copy that and paste it and authenticate. Once you authenticate, then you are done. So this is something that you should do. I can't show every thing as of now, so I'm just launching the cloud. Okay, so by entering the cloud, I'm able to launch the Cloud Code in my terminal. You can see I'm in the home Kali workspace. So the cloud is asking me that is if I trust that folder, then I can just say, yeah, I trust this folder by pressing enter. So now I'm here. Welcome back to Cloud Code. So I have a Fable 5 model is the latest training model. As I have limited tokens available right now, I can't show all of these, but I'm now switching. So I'm in the Opus model. So I'm just switching to the lower model so that I am able to perform a penetration test. So I'm just changing the model here. I'm in Opus, and there will be Fable, and the Sonnet is the default recommended for efficient for routine task. And what I'm going to do in this case is using the Haiku model. So you can also use any other model that you would like to use, but I'm just switching to the Haiku model for this demonstration. You can just use any other model that you would like to use. The one thing that I would like to tell you about is that this is the Claude Pro subscription. So if you don't have Claude Pro subscription, you can't run this in the terminal itself. So that is something to keep in mind. If you would actually like to run this, then you have to subscribe, okay, for the Claude Pro. So I'm just going to perform the manual thing, like for getting the target IP address. So I'm just entering sudo arp scan -l for getting my IP address. So here I'm having my target IP. So in this case, I'm just using the Metasploitable 2 as my target mission. I'm just performing the basic nmap scan. So this is how the scan looks like. So what we are going to do right now is to use the nmap scan. Like we are just asking Claude Code to perform an nmap scan. So first let's ask Claude Code to say, like, what you can say, like, can you perform me a pen test? Yeah, Claude is wibbling. So let's see if Claude can perform a pen test. Like I can help with authorized security testing, but I need some context first. To assist with a pen test, I need to understand what are you testing? Do you have authorization? What's the scope? So these are something that it needs to know before you perform the pen test. Right, you have to be do this legally. So that's something that Claude is asking for. So what we are going to do is I'm just asking the Cloud Code to perform an nmap scan on the target. This. So I accidentally pasted something useless. So here, perform an nmap scan on the target. So here is our target IP. I'm just pasting that. Here it is. So Cloud is warping it and consuming a lot of tokens. And is this a system you own or have explicit permission to test? Yes. Once you confirm you have authorization to test this target, I can run the nmap scan for you. So yeah, I am using this Metasploitable 2, which I have the authorization. So I just confirm that. So it is using the basic command that we done before, like nmap IP without any flags or version scanning or script scanning. So it is performing the basic scanning. So do you want to proceed? Yes, and don't ask again for the nmap. Okay, so I just put that. It is consuming a lot of tokens, so that is something to keep in mind. So the scan was started and you get a lot of results, like which includes like various ports open on the target. So these are some of the ports that is open. For the Windows you have the SMB, like services like NetBIOS 139.445. For the network services we have FTP, SSH, Telnet, SMTP, DNS. For the file or data services we have NFS, MySQL, PostgreSQL. And for web and application, we have HTTP, X11, VNC, Tomcat, IRC. Like that, you will be able to see everything in different sections, like for the network, like for the file, like for the Windows, like that. Cloud is going to divide you like this. So if you want to run a more detailed scan with the version detection, you can also use this command. Like you can ask Cloud for running that. Instead, I don't want to consume the tokens as of now. So that's the reason why I'm going to do right now is to performing an nmap scan by myself. Like I'm just performing the version scanning by myself and a script scanning by myself, and I'm just outputting this into the XML format and saving this as a file.xml. So here it is. So this is the manual scan that I'm doing it right now for not like to consume the tokens in the cloud. So you can see nmap and the IP and minus sp for where we're finding the version, and minus sc for the script scanning, minus ox for outputting into XML format, and this is the file name that I'm outputting to. So you can just output into normal format or XML format or whatever format that you would like to use. But this scan was done and it's in the file.xml. So now what I'm going to do is, yeah, I'm just asking scan for vulnerabilities in the nmap result file.xml. So I'm just putting that out. So Cloud is cooked. So yeah, it is reading the file.xml. It is consuming a lot of tokens. I hate to see this. Oh my god, yeah. Now it was able to pull up the critical vulnerabilities like the backdoor services, so and a lot of other things in a well structured manner. I like the results the Cloud is showing to you. Even I'm just using the lowest model of Cloud as of now. Still, I'm able to see this here. Right. So you have the direct shell access via port 1524 bind shell. These are some of the exploitation paths, and Samba RCE and the MySQL default access. There is no password required, and FTP anonymous upload is available, and Telnet access with plain text credentials, and there's a weak cipher, and all of the things in our target will be demonstrated here in a cool looking table. So which includes the service, the port, the version, the risk in it. So this is so cool, right? So what I'm going to do right now is, this is metasploitable to a deliberately vulnerable system with numerous critical issues. Here's the vulnerability analysis. So that's pretty cool. I like the result that it shows, which is so eye-catchy and understanding according to me. And I'm just using the lowest model as of now. You can just use the highest model to get more detailed information, I think. So the system is designed for practice exploitation. So it understands that we are using a vulnerable lab for practicing. So it can do a lot of things for you, I think. So exploit it. So I'm just asking exploit it. So is this know that this is a lab environment for practicing? So it is going to perform this symbol, the netcat on the port 1524. I'm just asking to proceed. So now it just performed, and you can see it's about 10, 11, 12, 13. Oh my god. So it's using this command, running one shell command. So let's see what is going to happen right now. So it's been 23 seconds, nothing. Look, if you enter this manually, then it is going to you will get what you want in seconds, right? So I don't know what is happening, so let me enter that manually. Now I have access, right? We got an error, so I think I don't want this. Oh my god, I think something went wrong in this case, so it's still taking a lot of time. So Control B to run in background, or escape to interrupt. So you can just press escape to interrupt that. So I'm just asking exploit a vulnerable service. So it is wibbling. So yeah, so you can see, like, I can help the exploit vulnerable services on Metasploit target. So using the Metasploit framework and writing custom exploit scripts and use command line tools like the MSF console, the search exploit, and demonstrate exploitation methodology, step-by-step approach to compromise the target. Which approach would you prefer, and which vulnerability would you like me to focus on first? Like we have these much of vulnerabilities exist for the exploitation, so which has a buy initial on port 15224, and for Samba we have RCE and some other ports. These are some of the things that we already done before. Let's see what this Samba RC is going to do. I don't know what it is, so I doesn't done that before. So I'm just saying that to use this one. I'm just spacing that out. So now it will think how to exploit using Samba. So here it is. So I'm just proceeding. So yeah, it's working. It's wrapping. It's been 8 second, 9 second, 10 second. It's running the command, consuming a lot of tokens, and it already setted me a lot of things. So yeah, that's pretty cool. It's pretty fast. So I'm just proceeding. So it's flowing. I don't know if I get access or not. So I'm just asking yes always. So it's running in the background, the MSF console, and it's been working. I don't know what happens. I don't know if it succeed or not. So let's see how the cloud works on it. So on port 445 and 139 is something that I doesn't done before in the Metasploit. I didn't try that. So let's see if Claude can do something on it. So if it is taking a lot of time, more than 1 minute, I will interrupt this and move to some other else. So here you can see, yeah, this seems to be something a lot of tokens consuming and something happening like sleep, reading two files, and that is consuming more than 1000 tokens on cloud. The biggest disadvantage that I found in cloud is consuming a lot of tokens, while ChatGPT seems to be pretty good. I think in the I don't know, I don't it doesn't try that in the here, but yeah, cloud is here. So yeah, yes, and always hello. Yes, I'm just saying yes. Let me try a more direct approach with the Samba vulnerability. So this is the direct approach, maybe the previous one file. So here is the direct approach. So here you can see actioning 2.5k tokens. So it's been more minutes. I don't think it is going to gain access using this. Let's use the BSFTPD, the normal one, or the MySQL, which has no password required. So let's use the BSFTPD, I think. So that's cool. So yeah, if you have tokens, then you can wait that out. As of now, I am having limited tokens, so I'm just using this. So it will try that one. So yeah, it is running the command. I'm just proceeding with this vulnerability, and it's evaporating, and it's been taking 10 seconds, 11 seconds. Yeah, I will wait. If it takes more than 1 minute, I will just interrupt and continue with something else because I'm having tokens limited in mind. So you can see from here, it's evaporating. 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. Yeah, it's working. As I mentioned, it takes more than 1 minute. So yeah, it doesn't seems to be effective in my case. I'm just pressing one for the shell, I think. So shell. So I'm just interrupting that as of now. Interrupting. Okay, so I'm just using shell command, ran one shell command. So here, let's see. Could you clarify what you like me to do? So what I'm going to do is you can also use this for I'm not able to perform that, but I'm going to write an exploit documentation using the three. Let's see what Claude is going to do with this. So it's so cool, interesting, right? So Claude is going to create a detailed exploitation documentation and the POC, the proof of concept code for the metasploitable 2 vulnerabilities. It isn't exploited that, but it's still going to do that. So here you have this only, you don't have to use this. So you will be able to get access with this only, like this, right? So you have the root access. This is something manual that you know, right? So as you know that AI can make mistakes, there are some basic knowledge that you should know. If you prefer always AI, you won't be able to move on. If you have the basic knowledge, then you will be able to move on with AI, right? So that's what I found from my own. findings. You can see this is the exploit MD. I'm just running that out. So here is the exploitation guide that this is going to create that for us. So here it's mentoring. So here it is. It's consuming a lot of tokens. Yeah. So here it is created. It created me the Python code and a lot of other things. It's consuming more than 6,000 tokens. So let's see what is going to happen. So if we hit a limit, so here, so I'm just allowing all edits during the session. So here it is. So it's working. It's going to create various exploits for the various vulnerabilities in the Metasploitable 2 mission. So that's the reason I've been using the lowest model right now, because it will consume a lot of tokens. If you use higher model, then you may get something good, better than this maybe. So it's running. Okay, it's creating various Python codes right now. What I'm going to do is like, I'm just going to say, okay, it's enough. Okay, now you can see the what's covered, like 10 plus vulnerabilities documented, 4 Python proof of concept scripts ready to run, step-by-step exploitation instructions and manual exploitation methods, post-exploitation checklist, defense and remediation guidance. All files are in the home Kali and are ready for authorized penetration testing for educational purposes. Right, so now let's see if we have that one. So in the home Kali, you have a lot of exploit bind shells are there, right? So let me try to run that out. Oh my God, that's pretty cool, right? So you have to run with the Python and the 1524. Here it is. We get the shell, right? It's working great, right? So that's cool. So other than that, we also have the MySQL one. Let's see how that is going to work in this case. So here you have to specify the IP. So and the users. So that's not able to connect. So other than that, we also have another script for the Samba. So I'm just entering ID. Like I have to enter the this one, right? So the IP. Okay, that just worked. I think no exploitation completed. So we get the shares, but not this one. Like let's use this one because the target IP is same in our case also. So it's still not able to do anything on it. So other than that, we also have the VSFTPD. So I'm just ending that only with the Python 3. So this is how we can use that. Like we have this command, the backdoor port. So let's try to use the entire command. Like we only have to paste this. Here it is. So it's waiting for the backdoor exploitation file in this case. So I'm just using only this to see what happens. It's waiting. Yeah, it's file. Let me change the backdoor to 1524. Yes, we have the exploitation success. The backdoor is in 1524. Yeah. So Claude can make a lot of things for you for the ethical hackers. Claude make this. That's cool, right? So I love using Claude because this is just a big way of using Claude. If you can use Claude better than this, that's perfect. So you can also use better than this for Claude, but this is just for the beginners, like for a starting point. What you can do right now is, if you have the subscription, try to do this by yourself, then you will be able to see a lot of other things, and you can do a lot of other things using the Claude Code. It's so cool if you are going to perform a penetration test. And remember, if you have permission, then only perform. If you don't have permission, never test anything without a permission. Right. So yeah, that's pretty much about it, guys. I hope I'm able to deliver you a beginner friendly content of how you can just use the cloud. Yeah. See you guys in the next one.